Hey guys, it's Amy with Crafts by Aimee. I am back home and we're gonna craft tonight. Before I start, I'm getting some lotion on my hand because I have been picking at my nails all day, including while I was driving home, and I broke a nail. Thankfully, it wasn't anything too bad. So let me just get myself shared. So if you're watching this part, you're probably watching a replay. So please comment hashtag because I need to start coming back and replying to all my comments because I forget about it. So let me share into our group. And when I say our group, I just mean that as it's for everybody to be a part of. It's a public group. So it's Crafty Friends Unite, which is really, I'm the admin on the group, so it's my group. And yeah, our theme today is ice cream party. And I am doing a Summerween thing. I thought about it right before, not long before Michelle from Glitzy Yaya went live, and I'm like, oh, she's doing a Halloween thing too. That's totally okay because I knew she would be doing something with clay because that's her main thing that she likes to do, which I love watching people play with clay. I have clay, but I can't get to it right now, so I don't use it for anything right now. I've never really done anything other than make some mini marshmallows. Hey, Miss Deb, thank you for sharing me out. I appreciate that. So I am using one of the bigger cutting boards from the Dollar Tree. And this is my printable that I have from Creative Fabrica. I'm probably going to use water to rip the edges off. But first I need to figure out what color I want to paint the background. If I want to do it white, if I should do it like pink, or if I should do it like, I don't know. I could do purple, I could do orange, I could do yellow, I could do any of those colors. And then we'll probably do some painting on it a little bit. And I have some rhinestones out for all of their eyes. And I have this cute little charm that is a skull because the top of this one has a little skull right here. I know y'all probably can't see it. It's on bat wings, and it's just really cute. And I was thinking I could make a cute, sorry guys, I did not mean to shake the desk, but I did. Cute little tiny, just, bow with some crochet thread that's purple to match the color of her hair. And yes, I'm saying it's a her because that looks like a bow to me. So first things first, we got to figure out what color we're going to do the base in. I'm horrible at picking out colors, you guys. I really am. That's probably why I paint almost everything with like white or plaster or... I mean, I probably should just go with white since the paper's white, but if y'all have any other suggestions for colors that we could paint this, please let me know, because I'm open to all suggestions. Hey, Mary Lou, I have to go back and watch your live. So I was driving. I left at 9:15 this morning, I think. I was in Tampa this weekend for a craft weekend. Thank you for sprinkling, Mary Lou. And yeah, so I live in New Orleans, for those of you that don't know. And so it was a 9.5 hour drive, I think. And we didn't sleep well in the hotel when we were in. It was so hot in the room. I didn't sleep well. I don't know about my roommate. She seemed to be okay. Go up late, so I don't know what color to paint this. This is my image. It says on it, but I don't know how to paint ground. Help, please. Says when she needs help. Help, please. I don't know what color to paint the background of the board. So yeah, I left at 9:15ish. It was raining, and I was on a highway, not an interstate, so it was kind of slower, but it wasn't too bad. And it took about 9 hours to get home. And I literally got home maybe 4 minutes before Mary Lou's live ended. Yeah, it was a long day. And I had to stop to take a nap while I was driving home because I kept kind of closing my eyes for like not 2 seconds, just one, but I'd be like jerking myself awake, and I was like, I can't do this anymore. And that was after I got some caffeine. So I did have fun. I met fellow crafters. I'm definitely going to go back when they do another one because it was so much fun. So I know they're going to plan another one. I just don't know when. When we think we were talking about doing different a different location maybe next time. So I don't know what color to paint this. While y'all are thinking about what color I should paint this, I'm going to get out my little water brush that has water in it but does not work. And I'm going to get my mat out because I don't want to use this. It's dirty and I don't feel like cleaning it. I wish I knew what happened to all my little mats. I miss having my mats in here. I don't have my little glass mat because it's MIA. So I have to get my big one. And I do have some Halloween things, little embellishment pieces that I could use. So I'm just going to trying to decide how I would like to make this little tiny bow to go on this. I'm basically making the bow because this is a charm. It's metal, so it's a charm. So it has a little loop at the top, and I don't want it to be seen, really. So I'm hoping that this bow will cover that, but I'm not 100% sure. So I might just do the bunny ear thing. That's what I was thinking, but then I'm like, well, I do have black here. Black. We can go with black. I'm good with that. Let's do the little bunny ear tie thing, because I know how to tie shoelaces, but I cannot tie my shoelaces the same way I cannot tie a bow the same way I do shoelaces. I don't know how. I don't understand why I can't do it, but I just I basically just end up tying a slip knot because I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want a knot. I want a little bow. Okay. We're going to try the 2 ear thing again because it didn't work the first time. This is the same crochet thread if you saw me on Saturday night. This is the same crochet thread that I was using to sew my junk journal together. That didn't even go, oh my gosh. They did not even go together. Because I didn't go around both of the pieces of thread. Oh my god, what the hell? This is like, I can't tie a bow. I would use a pre-made one, but it's so it's tiny. Oh my god. I can't believe I can a bow. A bow should not be this different and big. So I got to meet some of my crafty friends over the weekend, which was so much fun. Hey, Liz. I got to meet Beth this weekend. She is a doll. Okay, I'm going to cut this, and then if I think I need to make the loop smaller, I can. But I'm just going to cut that off. So we'll paint this black. But first we're going to do, I did make the bow. We're going to do the water on this. And the water I can never get to come out of here, so I already have water in my little cup up here, so that's what I am using. And I went to a thrift store for the first time this weekend. I bought stuff. It's funny, we went to a thrift store and I bought books. Go figure, right? Try not to get too close to the image because the last time I used rice paper and did that, I got water on the image and it bled. So I don't want to get too close to it. Hey, Miss Cindy. Yeah, I was in Florida this weekend in Tampa for a craft retreat. I was technically in Newport Richey, which is, I think, east of Tampa. I went to a thrift store. We found there was a Ben's place like right down the the strip mall where we were for the thrift store. So we weren't at the thrift store very long because it closed like 45 minutes after we were there. So we weren't in there that long. And me and one of the other ladies checked out first, and then she was like, "Do you want to walk down there with me?" And I was like, "Sure." I've never been to one of those stores. I was like, did anybody know that we're going down there?" She was like, "Yeah, I told them." Hey, Miss Teresa. I am just ripping the edges off of this cool print that I got from Creative Fabrica. Hey, Valerie. I got to meet Valerie at a crafty thing a couple years ago from Magnolia. I love going to things and meeting people. It's fun. The first time I went to the Magnolia thing, I was kind of more like, I went and I met people, but like, I didn't know anybody beforehand. So I had my own hotel room and I was kind of keeping to myself a little bit. I was hanging out with the people that were there that were on Cindy's team, but some of them knew other people, and but it's all it's all fun meeting new people. So we're gonna paint the board black and then we'll Mod Podge this on. And like I said, I did get that from Creative Fabrica, and I did print 2 of them on one page. So if anybody's interested in this print, Halloween, it's Halloween, but if anybody would like it, I could mail it to you. Because this is the other half. It's just another piece of it because it was on one big piece. But I don't know why they had a John Denver um I'm gonna fix this. I don't know what happened. That was weird. But yeah, I did buy stuff. I bought the John Denver songbook. I found a Broadway one that has some really cool songs in it, and it didn't have a sticker on it, so we didn't know how much it was. And I asked the lady at the register and the guy that was working there, that I guess is the one that prices things. He said $1. I was like, I'll take it for $1. And we went to the craft place where Beth has her her booth for her crafts. That's where we were crafting the first day. So we got to meet the lady that owns the store. She was really nice, Michelle, and she crafted one of those. She is amazing, an amazing artist, and I will have to do a haul and show you guys all the stuff that I got over the weekend because I did buy one of her canvases that she did. It was Alice in Wonderland, and it is amazing. Like I was like, I'm not passing up on this. I'm like, this is going home with me. And we went to this other store after we ate dinner Friday night where I got a tumbler. I'm sure y'all have all seen the tumblers that people like. I don't know what they do, but they do whatever to put the picture on it and then they seal it with like the resin. Well, the picture that was on the one I got is a Starry Night by Van Gogh in the background, and like I don't know what I would call it. It's not a picture of the Magic Kingdom's castle, but I guess it's like an image somebody made of it, because it's not an actual picture of the castle or like one that is from like the movie or any of the movies or anything, but it's really cool. So I got that the first night at one of the stores we went to, because we went to like this block party thing after we ate dinner to walk off all the food we ate. And if anybody was watching on Saturday or saw it, I did a live in the restaurant Friday night where Christy's mom was like, I want to go dance because the band started playing. And so Christy, being the nice daughter that she is, she went up there and danced with her mom. And I was like, you know what? Beth was filming it, I think, but I was like, I'm just going to do this live. And I got to meet Melissa from Mello's Messy Masterpieces. She was actually my roommate. And she and I went to IKEA Friday after I picked her up from the airport. She was a trooper. We got lost so many times with Google Maps that we had to stop using Google Maps. So, yeah. And then Gwen was driving us back from Bottom of the Bin, which is the craft store that Beth goes to, and like you can exchange craft supplies for credit in the store and go get things other people have exchanged or turned in or whatever they call it. And the directions are not very clear on Google Maps sometimes. So we missed an exit and went out of the way, but we ended up getting back. So it was all good. So it wasn't a very big craft group, but it was very fun. We hung out in Beth's room because she had a bed that was on the other side of a wall in like a little suite area with like a chair and where the TV was, there was a sofa and um like a bench you could sit on. So we all hung out up there for a while. And they were all watching my live Saturday in the lobby together. I think Christy said Beth had it on her phone. She was like, we were all cracking up laughing. Because of course, I'm hilarious. In case y'all don't know that. I do need to paint the rest of the sides, but I don't have. I don't want to get black paint all over my fingers, so we might dry this and then I'll flip it around and do the edges. I could have used my Lazy Susan, but hindsight, right? And this is just acrylic paint from Hobby Lobby. This isn't the chalk one. I don't even think they sell the chalk ones anymore because they didn't have any in the store last time I went and looked. But this is the bigger cutting boards that they have over at the Dollar Tree now. And Melissa and I went to the Dollar Tree that was across the street from the hotel. Melissa was like, "Do you think we could just walk there?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm not walking across a highway." So we drove over there and we both found some good stuff. They had a display of comic books in there, you guys. We were gonna go to a comic book store, but we never made it into there because we ended up crafting and having too much fun Saturday. So, but Melissa and I had found comic books earlier that morning when we went to the Dollar Tree. There was a whole display with DC Comics, Aquaman, Green Lantern, Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. Like they even had like the newer ones with like Lois and Clark's kid, and oh, they had Black Lightning. They had Frankenstein. Melissa and I both got Frankenstein comics. She's like, I didn't know Frankenstein was a thing, and I was like, well, Santa Claus is, and they're in Marvel, so that doesn't that makes sense. And Solomon Grundy is a character in DC Comics. And wasn't there like like a poem or something that before it? I think it was. I'm not worrying about full coverage with this, you guys, so I'm just gonna paint the rest of the edges and then we'll be done with that part. So I'm just gonna stand it up because I don't think I have a ton left to paint. And I'm just gonna put a little bit on my glass mat. And if y'all are commenting, it's not showing me anything, so just saying. But I did buy stuff at the bottom of the bin. I found this stuff that's it looks like crepe paper, but it's not. It's like it's rolled up paper that's crinkled. I really don't know what it's called, but the ones I found at bottom of the bin were really thick. But back when I was a kid, my mom used to use the ones that we found at Ben Franklin, and they were really thin, and you would unwrap them and you would weave with them. So we had like the Tide box from the detergent, and you would like weave the paper on the outside of the box, and it made like an Easter basket. And I actually submitted it in a 4-H project for our local fair one year. I think I got an award for like participation with it, but I still have the Easter box thing that I made somewhere. It did not go in the trash because it was in our utility room for like 20 years, 30 years, whatever, from whenever I made it. I don't remember what grade I was in. Oh, thank you for saying that, Cindy. So, yeah, it's just acrylic paint, guys, but it covered the wood. Like, I don't need a second coat, really. I mean, if you really wanted a full coat, like if you didn't want to see any of the board, then maybe you wouldn't need to do a second coat. But for the most part, that one coat pretty much covers everything. I loved your ice cream. And you were going to do, I figured, well, I didn't know you were going to do ice cream, but I kind of figured you were going to make ice cream out of clay. But I didn't know you were going to do Summerween, and here I am. I'm doing Summerween too. So great minds think alike. And that will come into play when I show you guys the stuff that we made. Christy was sitting next to me. Oh, for those of you that don't know, Christy is Craft Box Christy, and Beth is Craft from Confessions with Beth. And they were the two that were hosting our retreat thing that we went to this weekend, the craft thing. And Christy was sitting next to me Sunday when we were doing our crafts, and we got to do shells. That was the craft that Beth was teaching us. So we got to Mod Podge on shells, like what she does. It was so fun. But Christy and I have like the same mind. She was sitting there and she wasn't talking to me or paying attention to me at the time. She was doing other things, and she sat down to do her shell, and I'm like, "You realize you did the same exact thing that I did basically." And she's like, "What?" I'm like, "Cuz we had the same napkin." And she cut it the same way I did and like layered it this. I'm like, "Christy, it's literally the same thing." And she was like, "Oh my god." I was like, "Yeah, I know, and you weren't even looking over here to see what I was doing," which makes it even funnier. Hey, Miss Tracy. And it was just like we would say something and then be like, I was thinking. Same thing with Melissa. Melissa kept saying, "Get out of my head." Tracy, we're sorry that Melissa missed your Bible study, but we were hanging out in our hotel room talking, so she missed it. I'm assuming you were part of the Bible study. I don't want to make an ass out of myself, but she didn't. The only person I saw the name of was Brandy when she started. Y'all started that thing the other night. Okay, and by the other night I mean last night. So we are going to Mod Podge. And I think I kind of like this fan brush now from Mod Podge. I feel like it smooths it out better and it doesn't have as much glue in it after as the brush I was using for Mod Podge. It's fun. I kind of figured Wendy and y'all wouldn't be upset because, I mean, she was having fun with us down in Florida. And she is a trip, you guys. I love Melissa. Melissa is like the most awesome person. And she didn't get a chance to finish all of her so we were exchanging like craft stuff, and a lot of us made stuff for the other people that were there, and she was like, I didn't have a chance to finish it, and then she realized she forgot something at home that she needed, and we had wrapping paper, and so she was cutting up the wrapping paper to make envelopes because she had left her envelopes at home. And she's like, I don't want to keep you awake, and I'm like, trust me, girl, you ain't keeping me awake. Once I go to sleep, I am dead to the world, and your voice or the light is not going to keep me awake. I was like, I am good. I will be sleeping. But she worked on it both today and even last night. Because the three of us that were staying at the hotel, besides Beth, obviously Beth went home because she lives in the area. The three of us that stayed there stayed through today. And I learned a bunch of new stuff. So the Gwen that was there, I found out that she did Magnolia. She doesn't do it anymore. But she was like, yeah, I was with Cindy. And I'm like, are you talking about Cindy Jarvis? And she's like, yeah. I was like, I'm on Cindy's team. I was like, we were like on the same team together. Because I didn't know that. But she doesn't do it anymore, which I totally understand. Sometimes people, she joined Magnolia for the same reason I did, for the discount. So if anybody's ever interested in just joining for the discount, trust me, if you like the stencils and you want to do it, And you can cancel being a creator whenever you want. They don't have like, oh, you have to be in it for a year, or oh, you have to be in it for so much. That's only with Craft Club. So if you join Craft Club, I think they require like a 3-month minimum to do that. And I understand quitting Craft Club, trust me. I haven't done it yet, but I've thought about it. Because I don't do my Craft Club kits. I don't know if y'all have ever noticed that about me. But have y'all ever noticed me doing a Craft Club kit on here? No. Because your girl doesn't. I never remember about them, so... And they just pile up, and that's why I have like 20 boxes. Okay, Miss Deb. I will try and find an envelope to fit it in that I can put like cardstock around it so it doesn't get messed up. Or at least it won't get as messed up. I don't want it to be bent or anything, if I can help that. I'm probably making a mess with this, but I'm going to do the dry method. So I'm going to dry this, and then we're going to use some parchment paper and iron this. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to turn my iron on. That's why I have the silicone mat, because you can have the iron on it, and I'll show y'all what happens. Because you can kind of see the tip of the iron right there. It'll like make the mat look different. And I think I do, Deb. I'll check. It makes the mat look different and it looks warped. And the first time I left it on here, instead of putting it on its actual, like, I have this little, but this is also silicone, so it's a little mat for your iron, mini iron. And the first time I put it on here, I was like, oh my God, I ruined my silicone mat. Which, I need to replace this mat eventually anyway. But it wasn't. I knew there was a reason we clicked Valerie. So Christy is my soul sister. We were like peas in a pod. She's like a year or two older than me. But y'all, she is like, her and I love the same stuff. I'm amazed that I came home with my strawberry shortcake backpack. Because so many people, Christy likes strawberry shortcake, and one of the other ladies that was there likes it. And my purse was in the back seat with the other lady. And I was like, that purse better be back there when we get where we're going. I know she was joking, but... And then Melissa and I found blankets when we were there from Burlington. I got the Care Bear one that Christy had at Christmas time that I was like obsessed with, and so upset that I couldn't get it because our Burlington closed forever ago. So I don't know if y'all can see this, but it's discolored where this was next to the Mod Podge right here. It's kind of discolored. I don't know if y'all can see it, but it warped a little bit right here, but it goes back to normal. It doesn't like stay like that. So it kind of bubbled the Mod Podge because I had the heat too close to it, but it's all good. So let's center this. And then if I want, I could come back in with some of the black with a smaller brush to kind of like blend in the edges or something. So get my parchment paper, sticking this down as well as I can. Use my parchment paper to press this down. And I didn't even tell you guys, but up before me was Michelle with Glitzy Yaya, and up after me is Eden and with Cultivating Keepsakes, and this is her first event in our group. So, and I think it was Donna's first event today too. I don't think she's been in any of our events before. Donna's Crafts. I was looking for somebody to fill a time slot, and she offered to do it, and I was like, oh, thank God. And I'm also grateful for Cindy from Cindy's Craft Sensations because I removed myself from the poll because I didn't know what time I was going to get home today. I knew I was leaving in the morning, but I didn't know what time I would be home. So I was like, I can't be in my event. So I removed myself, and I went in there to like check, because I keep checking if you're a person that is in my event group. I check to make sure that you know if you had to take your name off of the polls or whatever, or if you added your name and I didn't see it. I generally check until the very end. So I check until like, if we have the event on Sunday, until I mean, on Monday I check until Sunday. That's why I don't post our lineups until basically Sunday evening. Aw, thanks, Deb. So yeah, I try to do that. And so she took my spot, and I was like, oh yes, thank you. And then somebody, I don't know if somebody backed out or just didn't get. I have no clue what is going on tonight with my Wi-Fi slash StreamYard, but it's getting on my nerves. And I'm hooked up to my Wi-Fi, and I look fine in the corner, but my phone that's connected to the Wi-Fi, it looks all blurry. I don't know what the deal is. So this is what our image is looking like, and it's blurry as heck. I'm trying to fix this. I have 30 minutes. I'm going to take my phone down and see if I can disconnect. I'm going to fix this, you guys. I don't know why it keeps doing that. I know. I saw that the other day when she said, I'm ready for the event. I was like, I already said that she would do it. Okay. Let's see if I can fix this. Okay. Hopefully this works. And I'm not going back to seal this. I'm probably just going to spray this after I'm finished. So let's go ahead and do some painting. And I can even spray it, even if oh my gosh, the screen looks so much clearer now. You can actually see my craft. I'm amazed. I don't want to lose my bow, so I'm going to put it with that. I think I can still seal it after I use it with the, like with the dimensional stuff. I think I can still spray it to seal it. But if anybody thinks that I need to spray it or seal it now, let me know. Because I've never done that, but I'm not opposed to going and grabbing it and spraying it in here. And it's flat. It actually stayed flat. So this is a vast improvement on things I have done in the past. I think I'm going to do what I did last time and get one of these trays and put some water in it to use for the paints, the watercolor paints. Because you don't really need a lot for your brushes to be dipped in. Oh, that's fine, Eden. Eden's up after me, you guys. I have a lid for this. Do I know what happened to it? Heck no. Oh, there it is. I'm like, I know I have a lid for this thing. And I would like to, I don't know if they're in here or not, but I would like to thank Terry from T's Crafty Ranch and Kim from Kim's Rockin' Recent Home Decor, because they helped us a ton today by being able to share people out while I was driving. I was like, I don't want to cancel the event. And they were like, don't worry about it. We can share people out. We'll do shifts. And like, I think Kim did the earlier ones and then Terry did the afternoon ones, which was amazing. I'm so thankful to have people like that in my group that are willing to help when I need help. I mean, I kind of had an idea of when the event was going to be in Florida, but I wasn't 100% sure, and neither were the people that were doing it. So I didn't want to I didn't know it was that weekend when I first put the poll up, because if you're in my group, you probably know that I put the polls up at least a month in advance, probably almost 2 months in advance now. So yeah, I was like, I don't want to have to cancel the event, guys, but I'm not going to be home to share. And it's not safe for me to be sharing while I'm driving, and I can't keep stopping. So I had help. Because in case y'all don't know, I am the only admin in my group. I did have a couple of people that were moderators, but they were moderators so that they could share into the group themselves when we were doing events with Magnolia. And it was only like 5 people in the group. It was when I first started my group. And it was literally just the Magnolia stuff. So it was just the people that were in it, and it was only a handful of us. So I made them all admins because it was easier. We could all share directly into our group on Facebook. We could all share our lives directly. But we don't really do that anymore, so none of them do that. So they're still most of them are still in the group, and most of them are still admins because I don't really change anything. I think Lily is one of them. Lily and Tammy from Ensflame Crafts. Possibly Tish from TLC's Country Creations. But I mean, we don't do the big events anymore like that with Magnolia, so. And they're not always in my events. I mean, Lily tries, so I was very grateful for them today doing that. That was a way of making a short story really long. So I'm adding this light green lime looking color to just, I'm trying to stay away from it has I don't think that's highlights, but it has like dimension on it with the a darker green. So I'm trying to stay where it's just the lighter green with this watercolor paint because and I just got some on the eye, but I'm not going to worry about that because I am going to put a rhinestone over their eyes, so I'm not concerned about getting that on there. And I might come back with a marker, like a fine tip marker, and go over the stitching that they did on this one to make it look like Frankenstein. Or Frankenstein's monster, I guess, not Frankenstein. Because Frankenstein was the doctor, not the monster. So it's a Frankenstein thing. It's a ghost, a candy corn, and we'll call this a vampire one. That's the ice cream cone down at the end. Yeah, I felt so bad when I saw that Terry had clicked on Kathy's spot. Like, but Donna had already told me in the comments, like, she didn't go click on it, but she was like, I can do that if it's still available. And I was like, yeah, thank you, because I was like so concerned with getting the lineup fixed before I had to leave. Because I had the lineup sheet done. I just didn't have everybody's name because I didn't have anybody to fill in that time spot. So I did feel bad about that. That's why I asked if she wanted to do that other time. And then thank you, Mary Lou, because I did see in the group chat with Kim created a group chat for just her, me, and Terry to, talk about what was going on today. And Terry informed me in there that Brenda stayed on longer and you came on early because Christine lost her power. And I think it was the second time because I know I saw in the group chat when I stopped for lunch that she wasn't sure if she was going to have power, but she was going to be able to do her live. So she was conserving her energy on her power on her phone. But then Terry said that she lost it again. So that was going on. So I was like, thank you for handling that. So I didn't have to worry about it. And I don't know what happened with Trudy this morning because she did sign up for the event. So Kim was like, I went to share Trudy and she told me she wasn't in your event today. I was like, and that was when I was driving. I didn't even see it until later. So I don't know what happened there. But if you sign up for events, go write them down. Like I just signed up for one of Cindy's events, and right after I signed up for it, I put it in my calendar. And I'm not one of those people that's ever going to do 2 events in one day, so I barely can get through one event in one day. I don't need to be in 2 events. Unless it's like one of those people like Cindy, if she had somebody back out at the last minute and I was doing a different event, of course I would help out. I'm not an a-hole. And if you've ever watched me, hey, Miss Ann, if you ever watched me, you kind of know that I am very much a giving person. So I'm always willing to help out, and I appreciate that everybody else is willing to help out too. So let's see, what can we do next? Let's do some of the white on the candy corn next. Now I want to dump this in here and get some fresh water in our little tray. That way we don't get green in with the white. Not so bad if you mix green in with like purple or blue, but we really don't want that in the white. So let's just get some fresh water in here. And these are the metallic-y paints from Artist Loft. Artist Loft from Michaels. They have some really cute stuff at Michaels, you guys, for Halloween. I'm waiting for it to go on sale, though, because I'm that person. I ain't paying full price. I was surprised it wasn't on sale, because I think some of their fall stuff was. But I guess they were putting the fall stuff on sale to compete with Hobby Lobby, because if y'all don't know, Hobby Lobby has their stuff on sale for fall. And they're putting Christmas stuff out. So I would not be surprised if, like, the Christmas stuff was on sale, like, in a couple weeks. Especially probably by the end of, I would say the end of August, maybe? At the latest, probably, considering how much of the stuff they had in the store when I went in there. Like, all the ribbon and stuff, they must have, like, the extras from last year. They put all of that stuff out first, and then they'll get new stuff as the season goes on. Because that's what happened last year. Because I was talking to one of the ladies at the register, and she was like, this isn't even all of the stuff that we're getting this year for the holidays. She's like, we are constantly going to be getting boxes and trucks and stuff. I was like, wow. I think I'm going to add some of this white also to the ghost, the shiny white. So it has like a an outline that's like a blue color, so I'm avoiding that on the candy corn and the ghost. I'm going to leave that intact. I'm just putting a white where the white is, so that it's shiny white. Plus, if I get the paint on that, I feel like it would bleed some. And I don't really want that. I just want to keep the white part white. The little avocado-looking popsicle thing over here, I did not do that great of a job with him. But it's also hard to do to go around the stitching and the how it's a popsicle. So yeah. I need to figure out what I'm going to use for the cheeks. I think I have some oil, or not oil, the pastels, or no, I think they are oil. I don't know what they're called. They're not paint like this. They're in like sticks. They're similar to the crayon things that Tim Holtz has that people use for that. And I think I got mine at Walmart. No, not at Walmart. I got them from the Dollar Tree. I had never seen them there before. I knew they made them because I had seen them on the website, but it was a first for seeing them in store. Speaking of Dollar Tree, I gotta go over there tomorrow. Because I placed an order online and it said it was ready for pickup. And I went there Wednesday because I was leaving Thursday. And they were like, oh, we just got a truck in and we don't know what's on it. And I don't know why the company tells people that their order is ready when it's just on the truck and we don't know where it is yet. And now it's Monday. When I was there that day, the manager took down my information. Like, she has my name and phone number so she could contact me. Do you think anybody has contacted me to say, hey, we got your boxes and they're ready to be picked up? No. I was thinking if I did get them Wednesday, I could have brought them with me to Florida, because one of the items in there I could have shared with everybody, because if you've ever ordered from Dollar Tree, you probably know most of the things you order from them you have to order in bulk. So one of the things I had, I was going to have 12 of them, and I could have shared them, but not now. Okay, let's see. I want to do some orangey gold. I'm leaning towards the darker orange back there, so I'm going to dump this out. I got about 15 minutes left, so I gotta hurry. Maybe we'll do the purple next. That way we can get the purple finished. And we can do the rhinestones. So I can't tell which one I would like to use. This is a light purple and this is a dark one. I think maybe I'll do the dark, and for this one, I'll just use I'll just do the outlines, like where they have the shading with the darker color. We'll do that with this instead of doing the lighter colors that I was doing with like the popsicle thing here. We'll see how this looks. I'm not saying it's gonna look good, but that's what I'm leaning towards now. So it's kind of like shading is what this kind of is, because it's just around the edges. So it's not going to have as much paint as some of the other ones on here do, but it's like shading. So if you've missed anybody today in the event like I did, you can go watch them in Crafty Friends Unite. They've all been shared, thanks to my awesome friends that volunteered to help me. And they'll be there until Facebook says, hey, your video's getting deleted because it's been 30 days. Which is so annoying now, but... And if you don't know, I am streaming on Facebook as well as YouTube. I learned that from Tamara from Crafty Fox Creations by Tamara. She does that too. Because if you stream to both of them, then you're not going to lose your live because it will be on YouTube. And you can download it from there if you want to keep it. I use StreamYard, in case y'all can't tell with the setup. So I just download them from StreamYard. But it's nice to know that if I run out of storage and I need to delete something from StreamYard, that I'm not going to lose my video. I can still go back and download it. So that's one of the pluses of doing both. And I know that a lot of people are getting aggravated with Facebook nowadays, with losing monetization and all of that stuff. I don't have that problem because I make like maybe a couple of dollars a month with my my lives that I do, that people watch. I need to start posting my influencer stuff on here. I'm an influencer with Amazon and Temu, so I'm not really sure how it works, but I guess we'll find out together. I'm going to use this darker orange. This is the last part I'm going to do before I do the rhinestones, because the orange is where the eyes are for the candy corn. So I'm just doing the dark stuff on this one again. I'm doing like the outlines. I'm not even sure how this is going to look, but that's what I'm working with on this one. So those two are similar, and these two are going to be similar. My mom came outside to help me bring stuff in because she knew I was exhausted when I came to when I got home. Oh, we need to set up YouTube. I know some people do StreamYard, not StreamYard. Some people do well, I guess you can, because you can stream to TikTok, but that was what I was getting at. Some people do TikTok too. I haven't gotten into TikTok, but I know a lot of people watch TikTok videos, so. But I think you can stream from StreamYard to, I don't know if you can do 3 on the free one, but I know that the paid version you can do multiples. I don't know if you can do 3 on that either, though. I've never really looked into that. But you don't need a paid account to be able to have 2 screens like how I have it. I just happen to have a paid account because last year I had the paid one to do duos so that we could share it directly. And I didn't really do it, but it automatically renewed it. And I didn't have a chance to say, hey, I don't want this. And I'm like, well, I have it as we use it. Okay. I think we're good with that. You know what? We might as well just do the... I don't know what I want to use for the yellow because the yellow one here is too yellow. Maybe we'll use the light orange that's up here and just do the outline just like I did with that middle one. Just use the orange for this part because it kind of looks like that color anyway. I know y'all probably can't see it from the distance that you are from my surface, but the outline kind of looks almost orangey on this one. Thanks, Cindy. I loved your, I can't wait to see the finished product with your busted canvas, but I really like the background that you were doing with all the different colors for the back piece that you were putting the ice cream cone on. I love those napkins. I have those napkins somewhere too. Okay, that's all I'm doing on this one. And then if I decide I want to do something on like the cones or the sticks, I can, because we don't have to worry about that right now though. And we can just do the rhinestones. I use E6000 or B7000 because that's what I have. So that's what we're going to use. I'm going to use my pokey tool, and it says, Jesus, take the wheel before I run someone over. And I felt that way on the interstate today. There was a couple of times where I got in the slow lane to pass people, and I was like, this is not cool, dude. That's not how this is supposed to work. So I don't have any purple rhinestones that are big enough for her eyes. So she's getting different colored eyes. She's getting a dark blue set. No, I don't need you to like be flipping over. There you go. No. She is going to have really cute dark blue eyes. So she has dark blue eyes. The candy corn is going to have, I think these are like clear looking. These are clear. So I have clear eyes for the candy corn, black eyes for the ghost, and I have light green eyes for the popsicle down at the end. This is not working well. So I need one of those toothpaste things that like squeezes the tube and gets every last drop out. I need that for this. Some clear ones for the candy corn. If anybody needs a pokey tool, I made a ton of them for the people that I saw this weekend. They all got their own pokey tools. I didn't tell them that's what I was doing. And when Melissa opened it, she's like, I almost made this for them, but I didn't know if I would be able to get it through security because she wasn't checking a bag when she came down. And she was like, I don't know. Oh, these are, I don't know. He's going to have big eyes. Oh, what big eyes you have, Mr. Ghost. And she was like, so I didn't make them. I'm like, that would have been funny if we both made the same thing. I didn't know she made pokey tools, though, so I learned something new this weekend. This one with the green eyes. He's the only one that has matching eyes. But that's just because green is my favorite color, so I had green ones. So I need to see what size the bat wings are that I have to see if I can put bat wings here. If not, we're just going to glue the little charm here. And I have some 3D bats in here we can put like extra around the white part. Or we could put spiders. I have some spiders. I actually think the big eyes look really cute on the ghost. So these are the bats from, I think I got these from Temu last year. And I think they're too big to use for the little bat that's up here. And I think that these are too tiny. Yeah, these are too tiny. They would just cover that up. Okay, so we're just going to use the charm, which is not a big deal. We're just going to use the B7000 on this. So it's just a skull, and he's got like hard eyes. And it fits perfectly over that. And it's not blocking the bat wings. Like, what am I talking about? It's not blocking bat wings. That. I do not want to get this glue on my fingers. A little bit. Put my pokey tool back over here to make sure this is down. And my glue is, of course, leaking because whenever it leave things open like this, they always do that. That's why people say to close your beacon glues, because when air gets in it, that's why it's bubbling. So I'm not using that bad. And let's see, I need to make the bow probably a little bit smaller. I'm just pulling the bottom pieces to make the loop smaller. And again, this is crochet thread. And I get it at Hobby Lobby. That might even be too long. We're going to go with it. I'm just making the tails really short. And you can use any type of glue you want to glue this down. I'm probably going to use the B7000 just because it's on top of the charm, which is metal. But for like the bats, I'm probably going to put some extra ones on here. I'm not going to use that glue. I'm just going to use hot glue for that. Unless you're planning on putting this on a door, in which case you would not want to use hot glue for anything because it could fall off. I also made a party hat this weekend, you guys. A party hat thing. I made an angel, and she is gorgeous. And I didn't know that I could do that. She's gorgeous, though. So I have these clay ones. They're just polymer. I'm pretty sure I got these at Joann's. But they'll just give us some dimension on here. These are plastic ones that have, like, eyes and teeth and stuff on them. I feel like that's too much compared to the stuff that's on here. I just really want to use some of the ones that are just the clay. And I don't think they all have to be up at the top, so I don't know if I want to put that one there. Maybe put that one there. Put one down here at the bottom on the ends. I miss Joann's a lot. I love these things. They're like one of the coolest things that they had there. And they're what are those things called? The molds that they would sell for Halloween, because I'm sure a lot of y'all know that Hobby Lobby doesn't do Halloween because they're very religious and they don't believe in that stuff. So I think I'm just going to use this glue because it's out. And these were, I think, beads almost or something. I can't tell. But it works on clay just like it would on the all. Words, Amy. It works on this clay just like it does on metal and other stuff. It's just a very strong glue. Okay, Eden. I'm looking you up right now so I can share you out. Although I hate my freaking iPad. because it never remembers anything. And it doesn't show me what I'm typing. I'm contemplating one more. I feel like I need an odd number, and it's not odd. So I'm going to do one more down at the bottom by their feet. And I'm going to call it a day, because my time is up, and I think it looks good. The only other thing I might do is like a little bow or something, maybe on this corner. And by little, I mean like a little messy bow, because y'all know I don't do I don't do well with big bows. Plus, this is too cute to not cover anything up, so. Let's all go watch Eden, you guys. She will be in the group momentarily. I am sharing her right now. She's in the group, guys. I will see you over in her comments. Bye, guys.